Call the Village of Terrace Park Council meeting of March 1, 2022 to order. If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Lyons, will you please call the roll?
Gasky?
Here.
Ingebrigtsen?
Here.
Lehman?
Here.
Lemay?
Here.
Lindell?
Here.
Sharp?
Here.
Approval of the meeting minutes from the Feb 8, 2022 meeting. Everyone's had a chance to review, I assume. Any suggestions, corrections, or deletions? The motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Expertly done, Mrs. Lyons. A true and accurate record of our meeting. All right, is there any residents to address council on any item? Please step to the podium, give us your name and your address, and let us know what you want us to hear or consider. Seeing none. Reports of village officials. We do have some swearing-ins, and we like to be respectful of your time because we know you're going to give more than enough time to the village. But there is one thing that we'd like to do just before we swear you guys in, and Jean, I'll turn it to you.
Okay. Well, 2 years after the start of the pandemic, we thought it was about time that we recognize all the healthcare workers that are in our village of Terrace Park. They've done such a tremendous job over the past 2 years in helping and taking care of people. And so I'm going to read the following proclamation. So, the Village of Terrace Park, Office of the Mayor, Proclamation, Healthcare Worker Appreciation Day, March 22nd, 2022. Whereas healthcare workers provide a vital service to the citizens of our community and have put themselves in the path of the COVID-19 virus during this unprecedented pandemic, and whereas doctors, nurses, long-term care providers, hospital workers, respiratory therapists, technicians, laboratory workers, transporters, health department workers, EMTs, paramedics, and supporting staff have cared for our community in emergency and inpatient care. And whereas these devoted individuals have been responsible for providing care in the most challenging conditions and uncertainty, and whereas our village is grateful for the sacrifices of the healthcare workers in our community make every day, and especially through this pandemic, and whereas the dedication, commitment, and courage of all healthcare workers worldwide deserve our deepest gratitude and admiration, whose service has saved countless lives, and whereas healthcare workers are real-life heroes who help and care for those who need it most and change their lives for the better. And be it resolved that Tom Tuppy Jr., Mayor of the Village of Terrace Park, Ohio, does hereby proclaim March 22nd, 2022 as Healthcare Worker Appreciation Day in the Village of Terrace Park. So, thank you for everything.
Well written, long overdue. When you reached out to me and said, hey, we need to do this, I was admittedly a bit embarrassed that we hadn't thought of it.
Well, I credit where credit is due. Joan Tollefson, who led kind of the
Yeah.
recognition, also asked, so.
Well, takes a village, right?
Yep, it does.
Great. All right, a little bit out of order if everyone will indulge us. Lauren, is there anything that we need to accomplish up front?
Yes, we are going to introduce a resolution tonight to swear in some new members of our emergency medical services. But before I formally introduce it, I just want to thank each of you for volunteering, putting in the time to go through the classes, take the exams, and all of the time that you'll be giving going forward. It's an invaluable service to our community, and I think probably the highest form of volunteerism we have. So thank you. And with that said, I would like to introduce and advance to the third reading, Resolution 3-2-2022, consent of council to the appointment by the mayor of Jennifer Arnovitz, Creighton Long, Jessica Pumbleton, and Kyle Welling to the Volunteer Emergency Medical Services Department of the Village of Terrace Park.
Second.
Gasky?
Aye.
Ingebrigtsen?
Aye.
Lehman?
Aye.
Lemay?
Aye.
Lindell?
Aye.
Sharp?
Aye.
I move to adopt the resolution as an emergency.
Second?
Gasky?
Aye.
Ingebrigtsen?
Aye.
Lehman?
Aye.
Lemay?
Aye.
Lindell?
Aye.
Sharp?
Aye.
Great. Time for the swearing ins. They are alphabetical, so Jennifer.
Yeah.
Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Jennifer Arnowitz,
I, Jennifer Arnovitz,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
will discharge the duties
will discharge the duties
of emergency medical technician
of emergency medical technician
for the village of Terrace Park, Ohio.
for the village of Terrace Park, Ohio.
Thank you so much. Can I have your autograph, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
As amazing, yeah.
Creighton? Thank you for your service. Appreciate it. You raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Creighton Long,
I, Creighton Long,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
will discharge the duties
will discharge the duties
of emergency medical technician
of emergency medical technician
for the village of Terrace Park, Ohio.
for the village of Terrace Park, Ohio.
Thank you again. Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Thank you. Jessica? Thank you for your service. I appreciate it. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Jessica Pimpleton,
I, Jessica Pimpleton,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
will discharge the duties
will discharge the duties
of emergency medical technician
of emergency medical technician
for the village of Terrace Park, Ohio.
for the village of Terrace Park, Ohio.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Kyle? Sir, thank you. I, Kyle Welling,
I, Kyle Welling,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
will discharge the duties
will discharge the duties
of emergency medical technician
of emergency medical technician
for the village of Terrace Park, Ohio.
for the village of Terrace Park, Ohio.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Sure, good photo.
Group photo?
Last photo. You know, Lauren did mention it, but the village wouldn't work without people like you, and people that the EMS and the fire.
Do it by the flag.
And everything else. It just. Flag. We're fortunate that we have great people that sign up and want to serve. Get in there, chief. Get out of their packs. Get out of their packs. Yeah. Everyone is more than welcome to stay throughout the remaining portion of our council meeting, but understanding that you may have other things to do. We certainly understand why you would want to maybe go do those things, but we have exciting business and here at the village that we have to complete. So thank you, and stay. We're not kicking you out. We'd love to have you. We seldom have a crowd. Seldom if ever have a crowd.
This is large.
It's pretty, the biggest crowd always comes usually in about a month or two, when all the seniors have to go and get to a public meeting or something for their social.
Government.
For their government class, and they're all right here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
No report.
Okay.
Support, John.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's great, John. Move up to the front row then, I guess.
You can. And what is your name? I'm sorry.
I'm Joe Murray. I'm running for state rep for 27th District, so that's Terrace Park. So I'm coming in and just here to listen.
What, I mean, would you like to get up and say, you know, a couple things other than?
I'll just kind of introduce myself. I'm Joe Murray. I'm running for 27th District State House, which should be Terrace Park now that they've got the lines kind of figured out.
It's
But
Tom Brinkman's seat, correct?
Yes, it's Brinkman's old seat. I worked on a couple of his campaigns, and I did the anti-corruption petition amendment for the city of Cincinnati with him as well. And he's term limited, so he can't run again. So I was like, well, yeah, might as well, I guess. So put my name out there and letting the people choose. So making the rounds and want to hear kind of what's going on, especially in Terrace Park. I was actually a auxiliary officer here in Terrace Park for a very short stint. So so Terrace Park's kind of familiar territory for me. I grew up over in Anderson, and
Great.
I'm over in Mount Lookout now. So
Well, welcome.
East Sider through and through. So if you guys have any questions for me, please run it by me. I'm happy to hear it. So, but
Great.
otherwise, I'll let you guys continue on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor's report. I don't have much to add. I just do want to thank you guys all for being flexible on your schedule. I've got some travel that comes up next week that sometimes you got to pay the bills, and so I do appreciate that. Not much more to offer other than thanks to them, thanks to the chief over there for the class and everything else. Chief Fiscal Officer Katie Lyons.
I had no report.
Solicitor's not here. Clerk of Council, Mrs. Lyons.
No report.
John Maggard, Chief, he said no report. Fire Chief isn't here. This could be a record. How about Police Chief, Village Administrator Jerry Hayhow?
Thanks, Your Honor. I'll make it quick. I had the meeting with the Elm Road MRF contractor, and he seems to be thinking they'll start within about 8 weeks from now. The kind of waiting on the blacktop plants to open. So as long as the weather holds out, about 8 weeks they'll start. And completion date by contract is no later than June 24th. I really only expect them to maybe be here for 7 to 10 days. So if they get good weather, then they should be in and out of here pretty quickly. We'll make sure that, door hangers are on. We'll put it on the code red to make sure that folks know that it's going to be limited access here, but we will accommodate Washington and the folks that live here. So the only other thing is that I expect me and Mr. Melendel will be meeting shortly to establish the sidewalk repair list and the streets for our annual maintenance program. So we should have something for you next month.
Get your walking shoes on, right?
Yep.
I've been walking a lot.
And that's the end of my report.
Great, thanks, Chief. Planning and Zoning, John Gasky.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, appreciate that. This is a continuation of that Mrs. Sharp so masterfully explained last week, or last month, I should say, about some changes and some updates to the Terrace Park zoning code. So specifically around fences and putting trailers in your front yard and things like that. So without further ado, I'd like to reintroduce for the second reading and advance to the third reading, Ordinance 2-1, 2022, amending sections 1131.06, which is the fences, and 1131.21, which is trailer parking, and various section of chapter 1137, which is signs of the zoning code for the village of Terrace Park.
Second?
Gasky.
Aye.
Ingebrigtsen.
Aye.
Lehman.
Aye.
Lemay.
Aye.
Lindell.
Aye.
Sharp.
Aye.
So I agree to, let's move to adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Gasky.
Aye.
Ingebrigtsen.
Aye.
Lehman.
Aye.
Lemay.
Aye.
Lindell.
Aye.
Sharp.
Aye.
All right. Well, with that said, this ordinance will be effective in 30 days, and I thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to David Moyer once again. He's the keeper of the code, and
Yes, he is.
he always likes to try to find a way to make it more readable and relevant and current. So thank you. And I had nobody contacted me in any way about any of these proposed changes. I assume that nobody had contacted any of you.
And we just had a hearing and no one was here for it.
That's true.
So I forgot to mention that we were in a hearing, so.
To me, that is just an example of the complete trust that they have in their 6 elected council people.
Exactly.
And David Moyer.
There's no doubt.
Very good.
You done?
That's the end of my report,
All
sir.
right. Buildings and grounds, Mrs. Sharp.
I have one quick update. The benches that have been gifted to us have arrived, so I will be getting in touch with the garden club and the committee, and we'll go over, and the weather's nice now, so we'll have them lay out some options on the green and decide, just confirm placement
Perfect.
on where those will be.
Weather's nice for now, but I don't see them taking that snowplow off anytime.
Yeah.
You're always one of those late March snows.
We can get our little flags put up and decide on some locations.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Finance, Mr. Lemay.
Thank you, Mayor. We review wages and salaries annually. It's time to do that at this point. If you recall, Jerry has discretion to allocate increases across all the departments and individuals up to a max of 3%. What this means is individuals could get more or less than that 3%. Jerry has the ability to reward, recognize people above and below that, but the overall increase can't be higher than 3%. This year, we're offering the full 3%. Recall last year, we offered less than that because the rate of inflation was significantly less. This year, we're offering the 3%, the full 3%, because the rate of inflation has increased, and also I think our organization has done a great job during COVID plus over this last year. We haven't done a benchmark, at least I haven't seen one recently from the group, but I think we remain competitive with like villages, and we think this 3% is sufficient to attract and retain and reward our people. Any questions or anything to add? Jerry, anything to add?
No, sir.
Good. You sure?
And I have been in touch with salary surveys throughout the county, and we are right where we belong.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. No questions? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to introduce in advance of the third reading resolution 3-1, fixing the salaries and ratings of village employees effective March 16th, 2022.
Second?
Geske?
Aye.
Ingebrigtsen?
Aye.
Lehman?
Aye.
Lemay?
Aye.
Lindell?
Aye.
Sharp?
Aye.
I move to adopt the resolution as an emergency.
Second?
Geske?
Aye.
Ingebrigtsen? Lehman?
Aye.
Lemay?
Aye.
Lindell?
Aye.
Sharp?
Aye.
Great. Thank you. End of my report.
Well deserved. It's a light night for you. All right, rules and law, Mrs. Lehman.
Thank you, Mayor. I have no report.
Thank you. Public Works, Mr. Lindell.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, no report.
Public Safety, Ms. Ingebrigtsen, anything additional?
Thank you, Mayor. I have one more resolution this evening.
Thank you.
I would like to, actually, I guess before I begin, just to introduce it quickly, we are purchasing a new police vehicle for our police to replace an aging vehicle. And this purchase was included in the annual budget that we all reviewed and approved.
Is this car going to look similar to the ones we have?
Yes, sir.
So I would like to introduce and advance to the third reading, Resolution 3-3, 2022, authorizing the purchase of a 2022 Ford Police Explorer at a price of $32,945.
Second.
Geske?
Aye.
Ingebrigtsen?
Aye.
Lehman?
Aye.
Lemay?
Aye.
Lindell?
Aye.
Sharp?
Aye.
I move to adopt the resolution as an emergency.
Second.
Geske?
Aye.
Ingebrigtsen?
Aye.
Lehman?
Aye.
Lemay?
Aye.
Lindell?
Aye.
Sharp?
Aye.
Great. I'm sure Jerry will go out first thing in the morning and get that car.
Sure will. Is it going to be, when will it be delivered, did they say, or is it already
deal.
built?
Seems like a good deal after
Want to
that.
see it?
I think it's out back. I think it's out back. Apparently, we're a longtime customer of this place, and they'll allow Jerry to take one just to check it out real quick.
I've been waiting 3 months on an electric cooktop, so I wouldn't imagine about a car, so I'm like.
That's crazy. Anything further?
Amazing.
Thank you, Mayor. That's the end of my report.
That's great. Any continued business? Any new business? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.